welcome into the show tonight. I'm Brian Keating alongside Carson Cunningham. You ready to crash the boards?
We're back home, back in the station. We've been on the road for bowl games.
The bowl games were great. Don't get me wrong. Glad to be back home and glad to bring back 2 wins.
Resounding wins.
Pounded Colorado, and then obviously Oklahoma put a whooping on Auburn. The big news, though, later in the week has to be about the Oklahoma Sooners. The Joe Mixon decision to go to the NFL and Samaje Perine's decision to go play their next football game in the NFL. What jumps out about those 2 decisions?
Well, I think Samaje was expected. Look, the guy's had 685 carries in his career in 3 seasons.
Better start getting paid.
They've ridden him like Seabiscuit. He deserves to go pro.
Yep.
He gets banged up just about every game.
Yep.
Did so in the Sugar Bowl a little bit, but you expected that. Joe Mixon to me is a little bit of a surprise. I thought he might come back, put another year's distance between him and the video, but this guy's a first-round talent, and I'm going out on a limb here, Brian. I think he will be drafted late first round.
Wow.
Team like the Packers, desperate for a running back, is kind of who I think will go there. But you look back in the years past in drafts, there's been people with checkered past or are question marks, have those asterisks next to their name, get taken at the very end of the first round because teams don't want to let them slip to the second or say, hey, we'll draft him now. And he's an all-around talent. He's the best running back I've seen at Oklahoma, talent-wise, since Adrian Peterson. I don't think NFL teams are going to be able to avoid taking him in the first.
You may be right about that.
It's a limb. I'm going on a limb.
No, you hear everything about it. He's not going to get drafted at all. I mean, that is preposterous. That is preposterous. He's obviously going to get drafted. I'm not sure about the first round, but he's going to get drafted, and it's going to be high, probably to a good, solid organization. And I'm not surprised. You mentioned Samaje Perine. We both thought he would go to the NFL draft, and we talked about it right after the Sugar Bowl. What decision those 2 guys would make. I said I thought Joe Mixon would go too. And, you know, it struck me at the time. We were both on the Superdome field, and I just saw Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon, the way they went and shook hands with the crowd. And maybe it could be that they just wanted to celebrate. I think they wanted to celebrate one more time and soak it all in as Oklahoma Sooners. So I'm not surprised. He is a first-round talent. Big-time running back that somebody in the NFL, especially if he falls, is going to get a really good player for where they have to pick him.
It's a wins-loss business, and I think, you know, it's been 2.5 years. I think he's come out and spoken. I think once he sits down with teams, he might improve his stock.
The question now, though, for the Oklahoma Sooners, without those 2 guys, I mean, they're back-to-back Big 12 champions. They haven't lost a Big 12 game in seemingly forever.
Since that mysterious Texas game.
You're right about that.
We'll never understand.
No, you're right. So what does it mean for the Sooners?
Remember that old show, Star Search?
Yeah, I do.
So Ed McMahon? Ed
McMahon.
Yeah, you get 5 stars, 4 stars. They're recruiting 4 and 5 stars to try and replace these guys. And look, it feels like we say this every year. When Ryan Broyles left, who's going to step up? Jalen Saunders stepped up. Well, Jalen Saunders is gone. Who's going to step up? Sterling Shepard. Well, D.D. Westbrook, is he going to step up? Yes, he did. Every single year, it seems like Bob Stoops just finds a way, gets guys to step up. And at running back, Rodney Anderson, for me, is the key. They love this guy. He looked awesome the few carries he got. I think if he can get healthy and step up at running back, Baker Mayfield's proven he can march up and down the field with anybody. Just look at the Bedlam game. Anybody. They'll be just fine.
You had a Star Search. I had a Western. Wanted playmakers. Yeah, I mean, you're right about that. You lose those 2 guys. I think Oklahoma's losing about 75% of their offense when you add in D.D. Westbrook. Wanted playmakers. Yes, they can find them. The question for me, you don't just find Joe Mixon off the street and you don't find a Samaje Perine. Joe Mixon, we mentioned it, first-round talent. Samaje Perine's the all-time leading rusher in the history of your school. So those guys, they don't just come out of the woodwork. I know they're going to have good players. Maybe not, no matter how good they are.
Right.
They might not be as good as the 2 guys that they left. But I'm not worried about Oklahoma. As long as they've got that Baker fella running back there, throwing to whoever, you know, their offense is going to be just fine.
And they got a guy named Bob Stoops who knows what he's doing.
Oh, he's pretty good too, right? Yeah. What, 10 Big 12 championships?
I'm done questioning them replacing stars. I've done it a couple years now.
You're right.
I'm done doing it. Which kind of leads you to your next point.
But with all that being said, and what we look forward to next season, all the big decisions for Oklahoma went the way of the NFL draft. The big decisions at Oklahoma State went the way of the Cowboys. Mason Rudolph and James Washington coming back to school. I know they lost Vincent Taylor, but the 2 biggest names on that board for them, James Washington, Mason Rudolph, coming back. Is there any chance that with what happened at Oklahoma, then now Oklahoma State slides in as the favorite to win the Big 12 championship.
There's certainly a chance. And Oklahoma State, for me, might have the most loaded offense in the country when you consider those wide receivers, Justice Hill, Mason Rudolph, on down the line. But they lose Jordan Stearns, the absolute unquestioned leader of that defense. They lose Vincent Taylor, the rock in the center. I'm not willing to say they're the favorite because it's Bob's Big 12. Bob Stoops rules the Big 12.
Yep.
And now we have this championship game factor too. We saw how Mike Gundy coached in Bedlam. It's long been a narrative. It's true. You saw the way he coached. He coached conservatively. He coached a little scared. He has to beat Bob.
Scared.
A lot scared.
A lot scared.
He has to beat Bob twice now if he wants to win the Big 12.
Well, he only has to beat him once. He better beat him the second time.
He better beat him in Jerry's world. And I'm not betting on that. I'm betting on Bob.
No, how about Baker, the Big 12 championship maker?
Is that a riddle?
Yeah, I don't know. Look, it's kind of cheesy, but the point is that Baker Mayfield's owned the Big 12. Well, he's lost one time as the starting quarterback in the Big 12 conference. There's no chance I can pick anyone other than Oklahoma. I mean, what Bob Stoops, your Big 12 is Bob Stoops' conference. Now, Oklahoma State's got a pretty good case, and you're going to have to figure out how to slow him down. The great thing for Mike Gundy is he's not going to have to make any decisions at Jerry's world about it being cold and the football coming out weird and rotating.
Ball going to rotate in the dome?
Nonsense.
Rotated in the Alamo Dome pretty well.
I'd rotate in the Alamo Dome pretty well. But no, the Oklahoma Sooners are going to be the favorite. I don't think there's no way you can pick anybody else.
Well, now Bedlam's in the middle of the year, so Mike doesn't have all year to think and stew about going down to Norman.
Chris Hawkins and Brent Parker and how it's going to go wrong.
Ghosts of Bedlam's past. But no, my money's on the Sooners.
Sooners too. He's Carson. I'm Brian. That is Crashing Bulls.